Hey guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly dungeon master this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign. This is session 11, so we're certainly getting some legs underneath this campaign. With me tonight are two of the usual fixtures for this game. First up, we've got, I'll go in the order you guys logged on. So first up is Jeffrey.
Hi, everybody.
Why don't you say who you are? Well, you're Jeffrey. Who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Matt Baker and Trader.
Nice.
Matt is a sort of time and space wizard, and Trader is a shape-shifting raven goblin.
Nice.
Raven.
Okay. And then also with us is Steve-O.
Yo. I'm playing Junis, the big bad Mac, Millar, the changeling engineer, and Hobie, the dead revenant.
Yes, Hobie has unfortunately shuffled off this mortal coil.
Again.
Yet again. Yeah, it is sort of a, I'm just going to move you over here because I want to get rid of something. There we go. Yes, so he has, once again, departed this world. Last session, you guys had traveled to an island where you were hoping to discover some more information about what the Fae or the Fae Queen is plotting and why this person seemed to take young Candace Dreen. If you give me a second here, guys, for whatever reason your tokens are fucking up again. So I'm just going to correct them because it wasn't displaying your health bar for some reason.
I could probably delete the cannon, eh?
You can delete. What can you delete? Sorry.
The bolt thrower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless. Oops.
Unless there's something else. Okay, fine. I'll just stop.
Oops, I did something wrong here. Hold up. There we go. Okay, there it'd be Hobie. I don't know why it does. It must be some quirk of how the what do you call it? How the tokens were set up, or the character sheets were set up initially. Because Junis, Millar, Hobie, and Trader, your health bars were not showing when we logged in, but Matt's was. I don't know why that is. Anyway, one of the mysteries of Roll20. So. Where we pick up is you guys. Actually, I'm gonna grab my tea quickly, and then I'll toss that in. Get that. Yes, good girl. Get that.
So how do you like the Lazar pickup?
Yeah. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nothing major as far as.
Okay. All right. So where we pick up is with Hobie having been struck down. Now to Junis and Millar, this is yet again he's been struck down. But to Trader and to Matt, it appears that one of your colleagues has died, or one of your companions has died. Would you guys, or Steve, would you kindly roll 1d6 for me, please?
Aye. No, and my Stephen M. Not Stephen M. It's for Hobie, right?
For Hobie, please. Yeah. Nice, awesome, and thank you for selecting that as well too. That's very helpful for me. All right, so Hobie, it looks like Hobie's gonna be gone for 2 hours. Now, Junis and Millar know that. Why don't you go ahead and bump up his insanity by 1 more as well? So we just do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The crazier he is, the funnier he is.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity 7. Nice.
His current level, his insanity's a 7 now.
7. Yeah, that's his healing rate. So what happens there?
No. It's when it exceeds his will. That's when.
Okay.
That's when he, goes a little loopy.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so Matt, Trader, and Millar, Judas, Hobie is down. Those zombies or those corpses that had the black fairies inside them, they've all been cut down, both the fairies and the other. And you can sort of picture that magical arquebus that Millar has created is sort of like kind of sort of like going back and forth. Yeah, it's Torbjorning itself around, trying to like keep an eye out for other targets.
Nice.
Well, Matt rushes over to check out Hobie.
Okay. Does Matt have any healing skills at all, or any healing professions?
I don't think he has any actual healing skills. He's got occultist and chemist.
Why don't you give me a roll for occultist?
Okay. So that's just intellect or what?
Yeah, it'll be intellect with one advantage, one boon because of your profession, and then because it's a challenge roll, difficulty is going to be 10.
Okay.
As always.
Oh
shit! This is something. What happens? You go running over, and as he sort of like to try and administer health, you touch his skin, to try and I guess maybe get a pulse or something. And as soon as you touch it, there's a lingering suspicion that you've had since you met these guys that now has because you remember that both like Millar looks fairly like her skin is sallow. Dogs bark at her in the street. So there's something unnerving about Millar, but there has also always been something about Hobie that has been off-putting to you. And you're able to put two and two together. This is something it's very, very rare in this world, but yeah, this appears to not have been the first time he's died.
Mm.
Skin is cold to the touch or clammy to the touch. Like he still should have the flush of life about him, but his skin is, to be honest, like a corpse-like.
So in a word, I'm not that surprised actually by it.
No, you've either read about or maybe encountered. There are spirits or a type of I guess maybe a phenomenon that can occur in this world where the dead return, but still they're not the mindless or possessed by a demon or fairy type that you've encountered. They're still driven by their same sort of mind and animus or whatever, but they seem to be their personalities are altered to be sort of driven towards a specific vengeful task, which is why they're sort of commonly known as revenants. So you believe that Hobie may actually be a revenant, and with a roll that good, that he'll be back. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, so Matt looks over at Millar and says, "Let me guess, this isn't the first time that he's done this."
You seem to know your way around this land?
How long do we have to wait for him to rise?
Oh, it's hard to say. It usually takes a couple hours.
Well, shall we make camp somewhere?
I guess that's probably not a bad idea.
Millar and Junis are really banged up. Junis has got there's gears that are squealing against each other. There's gashes in his armor. There's weird like ticking where like one gear is just kind of click 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 kind of rattling on the broken bit of another one. And Millar has been slashed in like 4 different places, and is the bleeding is still coming out quite severely.
Yeah, Junis is tending to her.
Okay, so do you guys have any healing potions left?
I believe so. Who did use one? Shoot, we did mark it down, didn't we?
Well, by we, it would have been you guys. I'm trusting you guys to track that stuff. So
Right.
I think that I think you're right that someone did use it. It wasn't Hobie for sure because they're less effective when he uses them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Millar who used mine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she used up one. So
Where do we keep track of those anyway?
they will be in your equipment on the right-hand side of the character sheet, I think.
Equipment.
So
There we go. Torches, healing, 2 healing potions. Let's go 1. Right. So we'll say she has 1 healing potion.
Okay.
I think that is right.
Yeah, and I think that what you typically been doing with Junis as well too is you just remember you use your engineering to shut him down, and then you cast whatever it is to try and repair him. You know what I'm gonna do while Hobie's dead, Steve? I'm gonna delete Hobie and I'm gonna try and recreate his token and see if you can control it this time.
Okay.
So see if but what are you guys going to?
Well, is there anywhere around here where we can make camp?
Well, that's fucked up. Hold up, unless I screwed up here. See.
Yeah, let's find a place.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to drag. It's weird. I'm trying to drag Hobie out, and it's giving me Junis instead.
Nice.
Okay, so there's Millar. That works.
There's Millar. Right? This is like my RBC bank investing program. Never worked.
It's giving me Junis when I try and drag Hobie out. I wonder if there's something wrong with Hobie's sheet. That might likewise explain why we're having such problems with him. What do we got here? Edit. Oh, here we go. I know why. Okay, give me a sec here. I think I may have fixed it. Let's see. Boom, look at that. All right, so let me quickly fix this up again here. So it'll be Hobie, and then bar 1 is was his speed, which I think was a 5 or a 6. Bar 2 is damage, and bar 3 is what is Hobie's mana? It should be listed on the top left.
Hobie's mana is 25-year-old priest of Revel. Mana 24.
24. Okay, and I don't remember. I think he used at least 8 last round. He didn't use a whole lot of it, but I think it was around 8. So there we go. So there's your. Let me show nameplate. There we go. Advanced. C. So can you, Jeff? Can you see Hobie's stats and everything now too?
Yeah, I see Hobie's bar. His red is exceeding his little thing.
Yeah. And let me see if I just did that for yours as well too. Steve, can you see Matt's now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna quickly fix that so you can see. You guys should be able to. Can you, Jeff? Can you see the other guys' bars? Millar and Junis?
Yeah, I see everybody's bars. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I just wanted to set that up. Steve, would you kindly go onto Hobie and try and change his mana to 20? Change the blue. So go into the blue tab and try and change it. Yeah, fixed. I fixed it. If you put it back down to 8, nice, awesome. Okay, so one thing fixed about the token. Now to bring him back to life. So, what are you guys going to do then? Like I said, both Millar and Junis are looking pretty.
Yeah, like, is there anywhere around here in this area that we can find where that we can kind of like make a little camp?
There was a camp where that I guess that Trader saw, and that the other guys, everyone other than Matt really has seen this thing where these things kind of ran from, but that's right in the fairy ruins. So if you're concerned about there being other hostile things on this island, the beach where you guys just came from, that may be, the safest.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to the beach. We'll use our boat and maybe some logs and stuff that we can find to build a little bit of a shelter and drag Hobie back there and wait for.
Sounds good. You don't have to
heal
be
up
gentle
as best we can.
Okay. You guys,
I don't know how healing works in this game.
I can tell you in just one sec here. What I'm going to do? I'm going to move us over to. up to this map here, to Crossings. And then what I'll do is,
I'm still singing Depeche Mode from driving around in your truck.
yeah, welcome to my life right now. I really need to just take like 2 hours and put other music in the thing, because I listen to it that's what I listen to every time I get in the car.
It becomes meditative when that happens.
Well, I just don't notice it.
Right.
So okay, so let's see here. We've got Trader, and there's got to be something wrong with the character sheets, because once again I cut and pasted them, and we suddenly lost 3 of the characters' health bars. So anyway, okay, so you guys go back down to the beach, and the way healing works is you effectively have to take a pretty long rest, like an 8-hour sleep, to gain back one healing rate, or like a value of damage equal to your healing rate. If you spend a full 24 hours resting, you gain twice that. You can also there are certain spells and certain items like healing potions that you can use to accelerate that recovery. A healing potion will recover 1 healing rate,
right?
Which is effectively a quarter of your hit points. So, what would you guys like to? What's the plan here? Like, how long are you resting here?
So what do you think? Should we take a couple of potions, just drink them up, and then just keep seeing if we can just sort of plow through, or you want to set up a camp and have a little?
Yeah, I think you're much more injured than I am, so
yeah,
that's the call.
Yeah, right. That's like, so if we have if we sleep overnight, then we'll recover most of our stuff, right, Kev?
No, if you sleep overnight, you will heal equal to your healing rate.
Okay.
Hours. If you rest for a full 24 hours, then you will gain 2 times your healing rate. The healing is much slower in this game than other games.
Screw it. Let's drink some healing potions.
Okay, now is let's see here. Millar has 1 left, I think you said.
Yep, she'll drink that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the wrong one. Where am I?
You just do it on the token, and it'll update for you automatically.
11. Boom, there we go.
Bottom right of the Crossings map now.
Yeah, I said, did we go back to Crossing?
No, I just want to put it on a different map for the time being.
Gotcha. And so, so wait, we have to wait for Hobie though.
Well, so Hobie, what you don't know, Hobie will normally, you said, like you said, between 1 and 3 hours is how long before he comes back.
Right.
But even when he comes back, I think he comes back at 1, like with 1 below his, like with 1 health left.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
I think.
So we'll just wait for that then, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you want to wait for, you want to do an 8-hour rest. We have to wait for 1 to 3, but.
Well, I mean, we just came to investigate at this point, not to actually go through the portal.
Right.
So we could just continue investigating and leave Hobie here at the shelter. Or like, yeah.
True.
Well, how much
And
can
Hobie
repair Junis?
Millar can do quite a bit of repairing to Junius. Why don't we do a bit of that?
How much time does that take?
We can just do it right now. We just need to do a few rolls for mechanics.
Not too long. I'll say, like, you know what? If you, what I can say is that if you're taking the 2 hours, if you want to have Hobie back, it'll be 2 hours of sort of like tinkering around and like reassembling shit on Junis, and then you'll have Hobie back as well. Now, Hobie, Hobie, you can like reduce his damage down to his health level, and then heal back 1 healing rate.
You got, heal back 1 healing rate. Okay.
Yeah. One thing, so he gets a quarter of his health back. One thing I did fuck up though is you're gonna roll a d6 and divide by 2. That's how much insanity he gains, not just one.
Ooh, yikes!
So-
Laurel.
Oh,
Oh!
two more insanity to Hobie's total. Yeah.
Hobie's losing it.
Okay, and Millar is good. So let's see here. She is using what is it? So first off, I'd like her to make a intellect engineering check for me, please.
Okay.
This is to wind Junus down without injuring him.
Did she get a boon? I guess you get the boon, right?
Yeah, she gets a boon from her engineering profession.
Wow.
Nice.
16.
Yep, absolutely. Great. Okay, so Junus once again kind of feels she hits like the sort of fast release, and his wound up energy kind of unspools, and he is once again still as a statue. So Millar, it's a rank 0 spell, is that right?
Yeah, men or wait a second. Is it a spell? Oh, maybe it is. Hold on.
It is, yeah.
Sits
It was one of your technomancy spells you were using.
Jury rig. Yes, right.
Okay, so if
Touch the target, remove 3 deadly castings. Oh, we don't do that. Touch the target, removing 1d6 damage from it.
okay, so basically, Steve, it'll cost you 2 mana for each casting. So just record that accordingly, and then.
Okay, we'll go 24. So we'll get 2 castings.
Oh, hold on. You know what? Wait. Millar might have an ability that you haven't
Used?
used yet. Yeah. She's a magician, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because magician. You can spell recovery. It's a level 2 ability. You can use an act to heal damage equal to your healing rate, and you regain. I'll check the rules for the stuff, but you also gain some mana back as well. Once you use it, you can't use it until a complete rest.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we'll do that. 7 boom. Noise.
Actually, Matt has that ability as well because he's a magician. Oh wait, no, I don't think he does actually because he's not a magician. He's a. Maybe he is. I don't remember. Jeff, can you check his character sheet? I can't remember if he's got that ability as well.
What would it be called?
Spell recovery.
Oh yeah, he has spell recovery.
Yeah, so if you want to get rid of some of that damage, that's what you could do. Use an action to heal damage equal to your healing rate, and hold on, I'll tell you how much mana you recover. Oh, did I record how much mana it is?
No, because it says it's worded the old way where you get a spell back.
Right. Okay. So, you regain power points equal to 1 plus your power score.
Nice.
Yeah.
Decent. Which is 3, 4. What do we got here? 4.
I think her
2,
her power is a 3. Or is it a 4 already?
No, it's a 2. Sorry, it's a 2.
Oh, 2. Okay. So yeah, you'll recover 3 mana, and then I think Matt will recover the same.
Yep.
Cool.
And
3 mana.
4 hit points.
Okay, well, in that case, I will do 3 heals on Junus.
Jesus, how much mana? Yeah, it's going down. Right.
Where is?
So the amount of it works just like it's max. Yeah. So you count down with mana. Your mana is currently 26, and I can't remember what your max is.
It should be 23.
Sorry, I'm talking about Matt.
Sorry.
Where? Let me just make sure this is right.
Matt's total mana.
27. Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah, and he spent 3, I think. So yeah, did you move it up?
No, but it wouldn't have been right. It should be because I cast. Oh no, I didn't cast very many spells. I only cast 1 spell.
You cast.
I cast 2. I cast 2 spells.
So you maybe want to. Well, I mean, if you want the health back, that'll be a good option. If you,
I don't remember. I think that's fine where the mana is. I think I didn't spend it last time properly.
okay, cool. Well, then what you could do is, yeah, I mean, basically you could get yourself back up to full mana and heal 1 healing rate. Steve, I think as a warrior, a warrior, Junis has a similar ability, eh?
Right.
Catch breath. Use an action or a trigger action to heal damage equal to your healing rate. Once you use it, can't use it after until.
Right. So that's 8. 8. Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah. He's a big bucket of hit points. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Much better.
So, and I think Hobie does not have that ability because he's got that Priest of Revel ability instead.
Right. Which,
take a look at his abilities. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Dark Sight, Eternal Returns, 23 Language, Mad God's Laughter, 1 foot in the grave, heal only half the amount. Okay, Prayer, Rebel's Blessing. Use an action to heal damage equal to your healing rate. You can also choose to gain 1 insanity. Once you use this talent, you cannot use it again until a complete rest. Boom.
I don't think he's used that yet.
I don't think he has. So there we go. Boom. Nice.
And did you?
You'll also use a healing potion. One. I'm marking it down.
Okay.
Another 7. Nice. Boom.
Okay. Now, Jeff, do you want your mana bars to go from full and then down, or do you want them to go from nothing and then up? Because I've got the other guys set to go from nothing and then up.
Oh, yeah, sure. It doesn't matter either way.
Whichever is more. Yeah, I think just if that's. Yeah, so what you'll be ranking is that might be easier just math wise. As you're using it, you'll tap it in, and it also give you an idea rather than having to keep checking the character sheet for how much mana what's your total.
Yeah, when it's full, then it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, great. So you guys have turns out, yeah, you guys are actually recovered quite well there.
I didn't do Judas yet. Do I just roll the 3d6 then?
Well, you did shut them down, yeah. So then now you can cast. So each casting of that, Steve, remember it's 1 plus the rank. So each casting costs 1 mana. Just cast them as many times as you want and mark the appropriate mana.
Does it only cost 1? I thought it cost 2 per cast.
Did you say it was a rank 0 spell?
Why did I think that?
I may have said 2.
Magic Wrench. Where is the Sparkling Shield? Come on. This is jury rate. No, it's 0, so I'll get 3 back then. All right, nice.
So it's only So it's basically it's 1 mana because it's 0 plus 1 is the mana cost.
Perfect. And then do I roll for the casting of the spells?
Yes, please. Yeah. So how many castings are you doing? Or are you doing 1 at a time?
The 3 I've already done. I paid for. So let's do that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 3d6, and then add it back.
Intellect. Oh, 3d6. Okay. Right.
No, you just roll 3d6 and you don't add anything.
Cool. Rolling. 9. Very nice.
So heals 9 back.
Boom. I like it.
You turn the crank, you wind it back up again, and he comes to, and he seems like, things are much better.
He returns the favor and gives her one of his healing potions.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I actually, because I bought 2 each. Well, I didn't mark 2 down on. Do you remember that? I didn't mark 2 down on Junis.
That's right. Yeah. So Hobie should have 2, and Junis should have 2 as well.
He now has 1. Everybody has 1, and she has none. There we go.
Okay. Great. Okay. So yeah, you guys are looking a little more hale and hearty now. What do you want to do then? This has been about 2 hours of time, so it's probably getting, the moon is starting to move. I think it was nighttime by the time you got here because you guys got lost on the way. So it's the moon is on the rise right now. What would you like to do?
Hobie could fade and become invisible, and then go check out the site to see if there's any more threats.
Sure.
Okay.
Fade.
Yeah, fade's got a pretty decent duration, doesn't it?
It's got it's 1 minute actually.
Yeah.
So he will. Duration becomes 1 round when it's okay. 2. So that'll be 2 points.
Yes. It's a level 1, then yes. Okay.
All right.
So he fades from sight and then hustles up the path. Now you've been up this path before, and I think you've done this same. This is how he died. One of the other times was hustling up the path on his own, and then coming upon these. So this feels very familiar to Hobie.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there's a small moment where he can't stifle a giggle. Totally inappropriate. But he just kind of, yeah, exactly. Like just, the
and the fake creatures don't notice because it fits in with their crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you get to the point, and it's like before. Like there's a couple standing stones, and there's 2 of them that are like 2 Mynheers with another one set on top. So it's kind of a gateway, or it makes sort of a freestanding gate. And there's the camp that's there that you recognize from before as well. And it looks like these things, like there's a pot on there still. There's, like their tents have collapsed over time. There's maybe one still standing. But it looks like these things were sort of going through mockery of life by tending camp around here. There's a dead campfire in the center. There's rotted food it's deteriorated to the point now where because remember, this is like months and months ago when this happened. Like this, it looks like after that happened, no one else stumbled upon this this spot. Although some of the things have been knocked down, I suppose there's been some of the tents have been knocked down. So what are you going to do? Are you going to head back and tell everyone? I imagine that you're going to have to either cast Fade again, because what I'm assuming you did is you didn't cast it right away. You walked up until you knew you were close to the camp because you've been there before. You cast Fade. You went in, did a quick reconnoitering, but 60 seconds is really not a long time. So do you let yourself get revealed, or do you cast it again after you get revealed, or what?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe he'll give it a double, yeah. If that'll help him to take a little look around there. See what
sure. Yeah, so you're able to, with if you're casting it twice, you're able to look around. There doesn't appear to be anything else here.
Okay. He'll go back and get the other guys. And then we'll
Would you make a perception challenge for me, please? And I'm going to give you 1 Bane on it.
All right. Perception, you say?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. Boom, 0, Bane, 1, submit, and booyah. How about a 5?
5 is good. You see nothing.
All right.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you die.
And I did. All right. Yeah. So he goes back and
comes back 4 hours later, just absolutely batshit crazy.
Exactly. Covered in leaves.
So
you got some acorns.
Yeah, you report to everyone that there's there doesn't appear to be anything up there.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys do then?
Head up there. Take Hobie's word for it.
Okay. So you guys make your way up.
We rolled a 5.
Yep, and you make your way to the site. Now, the site is as I described. Let me just see here. Just need to. Hey, look, there's Eric.
Oh, Eric.
Alas, poor Eric. We knew you, Horatio. You know what? I think I'm just going to use a different part of that same map that we were looking at before. Let me just clear some stuff out here, guys. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Very good.
What do you know about this place that you have?
Well, our experience with this, and I guess this will be why not Hobie talking, is that we came here, as you know, on a mission to find that guy's daughter, and Candace or whatever. And then we expected her to be a prisoner, and we encountered some pretty stiff resistance And then all of a sudden she turned into this sort of avatar of a Fey princess, and then she disappeared through that gate and left us here with nothing.
Does being back here give you any more memory of the incident?
That was kind of he spoke to Hobie spoke to the princess.
What did she say to
but she
him?
didn't have. Sorry.
What did she say?
As I recall, just something threatening, and she didn't really divulge any information to us. And then she knocked Hobie out.
Oh, she knocked him out.
Oh, yeah. Well, she turned into the avatar of this Fey goddess or whatever, and so she's kind of evil now. It's like she's possessed, and so the princess is or the daughter is no longer the daughter, and she's off in some Fey land now as she walked through that portal. Do you think there's any chance you know how to open a portal like that?
I'm hoping.
Oh, good. You might be useful.
Okay, so guys, what? Let's see here. I'm just going to move you over to this this other map as you're approaching the campsite. So you'll see that I've moved where you were. Where the campsite is, guys, is about where. Actually, let me make sure you got where we are first. Have you found your tokens?
They're there.
Yep. I just gotta run to the washroom again, guys.
Like a BattleTech map.
Yeah, really, Ed. Can't wait till I spring my Warhammer on you.
Yeah. Junius can handle it. You play BTech, eh? You play BattleTech, eh? Yeah.
I've played the card game.
Oh, the card game. Wow. It was like the first role-playing game I had as a kid. I loved that game. I played the computer game, the Crescent Hawks Inception, that came out in 1986. Remember that one? No? Probably didn't play it.
No.
You might not have been old enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I could see BattleTech being a game that'll could really benefit from VR.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they've got a new
Warrior.
strategy version that's coming out for. It's effectively like a video game, but BattleTech. But
Cool.
when I say that, I mean, like, it plays like the tabletop game. It has all the same sort of line of sight rules and whatever else in it.
I love it.
Developed by two of the guys. One of the guys who was the developer on the original MechWarrior games, the video games. And one of the guys who was the designer of the original board game.
So down.
Yeah, so it's got a fucking great pedigree to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, okay, where you guys are there, I'm going to ping on the map here. This is roughly where the campsite is here. Right there.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are approaching down in there. There's that maybe that hill that leads up to get up to it, and then there are some of those standing stones, and there's heaps around you. So what are you guys going to do?
I'll say to Matt, well, is there an examination you'd like to perform?
Yeah, I'd like to get up and examine the stones.
All right. We'll keep watching.
Why don't you position your characters where you want to have them, guys?
Right. And the campsite's up one of those.
I'll give you. So here's where the center of the campsite is right here.
Okay.
Where's the stones, Cav?
The standing stones are sort of
Like
close-
along the
yeah, like
rocks?
yeah, along here. Yeah.
Okay, then Matt is over here examining, and Trader is close by him. be there.
Excellent. Okay, now would you guys kindly make? Let's see here. Get you guys to make perception rolls for me, please. Again, with that one bane.
Not Junus's strokes.
Perception.
So, and Steve, you could also make sure you're changing which character you're rolling for. Because they're
right, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, that's fine, Steve. I appreciate. I know it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but it.
Okay, now it's Hobie. We'll do Hobie twice. First one is Junus Perception. This one's Hobie.
Nice. Okay, so Matt.
4, good stuff. Millar.
Trader's got his eyes open.
Holy shit! Nice.
And boom, 0. And 1. 9. Nice.
Jeez.
Did
Okay,
anyone
so-
get it?
Steve, your guys are not.
Thing.
Yeah, not super perceptive right now. Fortunately, you have your new companions with you. So Matt and Trader, as you're walking to the campsite, what you notice is that caught like the moon is about a half moon right now. So it's a pale crescent in the sky, but the moonlight that's being cast down, it seems to shimmer as you're looking on this campsite, almost like a beam of sunlight through that catches the dust inside a house. That seems to be only in this campsite, only in this campsite area.
There's like a weird shimmer.
Yes, like you know what I mean, right? Like when you if you look into a sunbeam sideways, you can see dust motes that are sort of floating around in it.
Oh, like as if almost like there's particles floating around or a magic
Correct.
aura or something.
Correct. Yeah.
Hmm. Matt will mention this to Millar because he knows that she is also a magical character.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
And
Could you use do a knowledge check or something with her face stuff to see if she can figure out what's going on?
Well, if you want to cast a spell, you do have a spell that allows you to
Well, maybe I do.
detect. That's one of your magician abilities, right?
Let's see here.
Sense magic?
Sense magic. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay. Boom.
Cost you 1 mana, and then go ahead and okay. So yeah, what you do is I'm not going to make you if you're spending mana, you don't have to make a roll. You cast that, Steve, and this whole it's like seeing to your perception. It's like this place is suddenly filled with tiny fireflies. There is something floating around in the air around you, on you, that is distinctly mystic. Would you make an occult check for me as well, too? And I'm going to give you 1 boon for that. So 1 additional boon in addition to what you got from your profession.
Nice. Cool. That's under abilities. Okay.
Yeah.
Or, no, it's not.
No, it'd be intellect.
Intellect.
No, intellect with 2 boons, effectively.
Gotcha. Oh, wrong name. Oh, no, it wasn't. All right, here you go. 24.
Holy shit, that's great. Okay, so, so Steve, I'm actually going to say that you recognize what this is.
Okay.
This is, for one, it is distinctly fey magic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you're looking at are infectious spores.
Oh, no! Look out! They're infectious spores.
What is it? Remind me again. What does Millar do when she sort of casts magic?
Let's see. Given her style of that, I mean, she's got the sort of the glowing hands. Right? The things typically glow, and often she gets moving parts to come together. But when she's just being fey, she can just her eyes kind of sort of glaze over a little bit and turn sort of a darker shade of green, and then she can just sort of see the world through another pair of eyes.
That's super cool. Okay, yeah, I love that. Okay, so because you're drawing on your Fey ancestry, there is you don't need to make perception checks for this, but you hear sort of there's a bit of a sound of like rocks tumbling down, like like the precursor to an avalanche that you hear. That's what happens, and you all sort of look over, and what you see slough up from the ground.
Oh, another shambling oaf.
And I'm going to just reveal this so that you know that this is not DM bullshittery. This is from where you place your characters. But Not
those guys again.
Another one of those. What do you call it? This thing shambles up. It's a heap of vegetation and earth and ropey tendrils like the roots of a tree, all hanging. Jeff, so you know what the sucker looks like. Is it? Unless I put it for all heroes. This is, yes, here we go. Jeffrey, that is what it looks like.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, these things are bad. So Hobie yells out, "Look out, they're poisonous."
Okay, so this thing, and as it rumbles up to its full height, which is about 1.5 times taller than a man. You notice that there's little bits of like yellowish dust that seem to drop from this thing. So this thing's gonna be taking a slow turn. So you guys go ahead and mark your characters for whether you're taking a fast turn or a slow turn, and then we'll get the action going.
Good Lord.
This, Jeff, is what killed Eric.
Yep. In case you didn't know. Shambler.
Nice. Say slow, slow, slow. You having some difficulty there, Jeff?
No, I'm just deciding what to do. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I just didn't want to die.
Yeah, that's always a good. This thing has the blood of one of your characters on it.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah, Steve, do you remember what happened when you fought this thing last time?
Quite well, yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering, so if you want to share the tactical information of what it did.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, well, yeah, so they're yelling out instructions. Look out, when you hit it, it bursts into a cloud of spores that are highly poisonous to mortals.
In fact, corrosive.
Corrosive, yes. It will eat you up.
So you don't even want to touch this thing?
If you hit it, it gives off a burst of spores. If you cut it open.
Also, fair warning, guys. This thing has, because of its size, it has reach, so it can reach one extra square out.
Oh shit!
Just FYI. So, okay. So, you guys have, of course, heroes act first. So first, the fast actions. Matt, the only one to do fast action. So
okay.
what? Okay, I'm getting feedback from somebody. Steve, I think it's you.
Oh, sorry. There.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go. Shouldn't be.
I don't know why it's acting that. Yeah, see, no, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, so Matt, what's Matt doing?
He's casting Minor Parado.
Okay, what does that do?
Magical attack. One creature you can see within short range, make an intellect attack roll against the target's intellect. On a success, the target ceases to exist for 1 round.
Nice.
It reappears in its former space or in the nearest open space if unoccupied.
Awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and make an intellect attack?
Okay.
Click on intellect check, and I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Intellect. Attack.
Nice. Is there any effect on a 20?
Yeah, I get the casting of the spell back.
Sweet. So it costs you no mana. So what does this look like when he casts a spell?
He sees this thing and he's like, he's been scanning the stones with his sort of screwdriver thing, and all of a sudden this thing shambles out, and all of the other members of the party are screaming all these warnings, and he turns and he points his screwdriver at it. He says, "Oh shit!" And the thing disappears for a second, for 6 seconds or whatever it is.
Nice. Okay.
Just a beam.
So, take his round marker off, and then it is one of now. Last session we sort of got into a flow of like one of Jeff's guys goes, one of Steve's guys goes, then one Jeff's guys goes. Do you want to do it that same way?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Okay. So Steve, who would like to go next? Hobie, Junis, or Millar?
Woo! Should we get out of here? Should we run for it or kill this thing or prep?
You know that Matt, you have not had an opportunity to investigate this scene yet.
All right. Well, Millar is gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get out of the way. And
hey, Jeff, how's that? How's that for the displaced symbol? Oh no,
Yeah,
better,
cool.
better.
Sexy.
So he's got
Yeah,
a little
like
time. Okay, so Millar is moving. She can do an action as well.
Yeah.
On a slow turn, you can do both a move and an action. Oh, fuck, you know what? Hey, this thing's not terrifying. It's like one of the few creatures in the game that doesn't trigger a fear check or a terrifying check.
Nice. Well, she's gonna cast, I think, Foretell on who needs the most help hitting here.
What is Foretell?
Foretell gives 3 boons to a challenge roll and attack roll. It's a trigger. Never mind. Oh, that's Epiphany. Sorry. Foretell, for the duration, concentration, whenever the target makes an attack roll, it makes the roll 3 boons.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is badass.
I think she'll cast that on Hobie.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so that means her actions going forward will be to concentrate on that spell.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, so Hobie's got that. What does that look like, Steve?
Once again, her eyes turn green as she looks at Hobie, and there's sort of a dark green mist that forms around her hands, and then there's a bit of a sort of a shade that goes over Hobie's eyes as well. A little change in pallor and
Awesome. Okay. And then Jeff, what's Trader going to do?
Okay, Trader will. Trader's not sure he wants to punch this thing in the face up close. I don't know if he really has any
I don't think he's got other.
other options.
Yeah. Well, that's something to consider for between sessions. What he might want to pick up.
Okay, so then he's going to cast his Beast Within spell again. Or, well, first he'll shape change into his fighting form.
Okay.
And then he'll cast Beast Within again.
Okay. Now, because everyone has seen this before, they don't have to make terrifying checks again. Hey, Sleepyhead.
So he uses 1 more mana. Wait, what?
Was his mana back up to full?
Oh, we've heard it. Yeah, I think.
I fucked up here. Oh, perfect. Yeah. You just go ahead and mark those properly.
This should be at 1.
Yeah, Matt should be at what, 1? Oh yeah, 1 because he cast. No, I think Matt's at 2 because he cast that. It was a rank 2 spell, wasn't it? The one that makes him disappear, or a rank 1 spell rather.
Oh, like before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
So he's gone. Trader's gone. Then it's Hobie and Junis. What are they doing? Oops,
now. So they can.
Sorry, Trader also moves between Matt and like that.
Okay. Yeah. Shit, before this is a non sequitur, but Steve, Emmy met with and played with a little Labradoodle on the walk today.
Did everyone leave alive?
Everyone was fine. She went up to a strange guy and said hello.
She didn't knock him over.
Nope.
Is she feeling okay?
It's the training. You know, it's her third week of training at that Dogma place.
Right.
Today
I was so embarrassed that one time, just like the absolute faux pas in the neighborhood, right? Like she just went whoop, bam, right into that guy in the street, like basically knocked him right into a car. I was like, oh, he was mad. Oh.
Yeah.
I just wasn't thinking. Oh, whoops.
Well, it's okay. What do you call it? She's got a sneak attack on you. You know that Emmy has classed into Rogue, right?
As what? Oh, a Rogue. Oh, that makes sense.
Levels in Rogue, yeah. Clearly. Good girl. All right, so Steve, who's going to go next?
Okay, so let's go. Let's go, Junis. What the heck? Why not? And then Hobie will also hit him with prayer, bam, because it's a trigger, and he can. He'll do his. I think his guarded attack because he's.
Remember, this thing has faded from reality until the end of the round.
Right, I knew that. In that case, Junis will catch your breath, charisma, combat feint. Hold on here. Key, immune. Nimble defense. Okay, well, he doesn't really have much he can do. No magic. Okay, so he'll just possession himself, I guess. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, okay. And then Hobie's last one to go.
Hobie, all right. Doop, 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 doop. And I guess he may as well cast something. Let's see here.
Take the tokens off too, please.
Yeah, you bet.
And
I can't reach my thing at all.
Sorry, is that thing in the way?
Sorry, I just can't get my buttons going. There we go.
Oh, it's, I think the other one may have been in the way there. So I moved the.
Yeah, I can't.
Can you do it now? I moved into the back. So
there we go. I got it. All right. Is it still? It's done, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's done. Okay. So
there we go. And
that's it. Okay. So Jeff, does this thing reappear at the end of the round?
It says for one round. So.
Yeah. So at the start of your turn, I'll say start of next turn is when it'll reappear. Effectively. So okay. So that's the end of the round. Then you guys, where this thing has disappeared because there's a giant, space beneath this thing where it raised itself up, and then it sort of suddenly shimmers. Well, I guess Jeff, you can describe it. What does this look like when it reappears? Like a shimmering, or is it like a suddenly it's just there?
I think it's more like a bubble effect.
Nice.
Like it looked like all of a sudden he was in a bubble, and the bubble just went whoop, and now it just goes whoop, and it just pops back into existence.
No,
that's a tiny little pop sound as he actually comes out of it.
Nice. Okay. So he is going to take a fast action turn then, because he's got guys in the area there. So who'd like to go? Go ahead and mark your guys, and then we'll determine. Okay. So Steve, mark your guys fast or slow actions. The critter is taking a fast action.
Well, there's no 5-foot step in this game, is there, Kev?
There is not, but there are.
Like I should have been one square closer to it.
You can. I'm fine with you having done that.
I just.
There is also.
I'm so used to moving one step and attacking.
Yeah, you can also do a what's called a lunging strike. You take a bane on your attack, but you're able to extend it by 1 square.
Yeah.
For those listening at home, rules as written, it's actually only 1 yard. But because we play with like effectively 5-foot squares, so I just say that's fine for 1. So I'm rounding up a bit.
Now, Hobie didn't actually get to take his turn last turn as action. Can I just say that he brought out his crossbow?
That Hobie did? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got that magic crossbow too, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And,
All right.
it would be loaded or not?
I'm assuming it was loaded. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So great. Well then, Jeff or Steve, which one of you guys wants to go first?
Well, we're all taking quick action, so now we can go back to our normal alternating.
Sure. So yeah, I guess let's start. Steve, why don't one of your guys go?
Sure. Millar is just concentrating on the Fortell for Hobie.
Yep. Okay. What's the range of Fortell?
For sight.
Nice.
Hearing. Yeah.
The range is hearing?
Yeah. Fortell. One creature. Oh, where was that? It didn't say. It doesn't say at all. One creature. Oh, what does that say? Short range. Oh, so she's got to move then, I guess.
Yeah, she does. Because short range is like 5 yards, I think. So it'll be on my little reference sheet here.
Ah, crap. All right. Well, let's just.
Let's get. Yeah, short yards is 5 yards, so it's 15 feet. So 3 squares within 3 squares of Hobie.
Okay, so they gotta go. They gotta do slow turns then, I guess.
No,
it's already on him though.
Steve,
so wait a second.
But you're concentrating. So what I'm going to say, just position her closer is all.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
He's already tapped it, so he gets to use it anyways. I think. Like that.
I'm assuming that, you know what, like Steve, we'll just assume that your characters would have known that she needs to be closer. They're not, so we'll say that you can go ahead and give her a fast turn as well, and just say that's where she positioned herself.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
And then we'll just go like that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Dog.
I'm taking a minor action to give the dog a belly rub.
Yes.
Okay, so Millar's concentrating. Then Jeff, one of your guys.
Kev, was there any other effects to a character being slowed, or were they only just made them they could only take slow actions?
On the first time they're slowed, I think they can only take a slow action. On the second time, there's something else that happens, depending on the spell. Slowed, your speed is halved, and they cannot benefit. Oh, that's the other thing. So they can only take a slow turn. Their speed is halved, and they cannot benefit from increases to speed. And then some of those spells will stack as well.
Okay. So instead, I'll cast Swiftness on Trader.
Nice. Okay. So what does that do?
You touch the target, they gain +10 to their speed for the duration.
Nice. Okay, so Matt's gone, and then either Hobie or Junis.
Hobie will blast that thing with his crossbow.
Great. Go ahead and make an attack.
Alrighty.
You should be able to click next to the crossbow, and then that'll make your roll for you.
Right. With 3 badass boons. I'll take it. Yeah. Oh, I wrong name, but Hobie.
That's correct, Steve. Okay. I appreciate you catching it, though. Okay, so that is, I believe, a hit. Yeah, this is pretty easy to fucking hit. So you fire. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 4
points of damage. Nice. Okay.
Oh, and he gets that's not a no. Too bad. Okay, he can't re-roll that.
What happened?
No, I saw the one and I thought he could re-roll it, but it's only boons.
Oh, only boons me. Yeah. Okay, so this thing sticks into it, but it's like it's like putting a like a croquet kind of tile or whatever, or like gate into a lawn. It sort of sticks in him, but it really does not much of anything to him. Okay, so that's him. That's.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry, one thing, because I think his crossbow. I do get to re-roll that boon on the. I didn't see that on the 2-hit roll. Oh, but there's no benefit.
You hit. There's no
magic. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you've already hit, so we don't need to make you more hit. Okay, so that'll be Trader then. Who's what are you doing?
He's going to use his trickery and make a melee attack against this disgusting monster.
Okay. Okay.
So, that's agility, and I have 2 boons. Oh, do this. Oh, good lord.
Ooh. Fortunately, this thing is slow and big. So, yeah, that is a hit. It's not a crit, but you get to do that. You hit with it. So I think you get to do the 1 extra d6 of damage.
I get 1d6 from the key strike and 1 from the trickery. So that is 3d6. I just do this on this thing. 3d6. Oh, wait a minute. But the weapon is +1.
Yep.
So it's 3d6 +1. I want to just make sure I do this right. 3d6 +1. There we go. Roll. Aha!
Ooh, that's not it's not an awesome roll, but okay.
No. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus. Okay, so is it a claw or is it his talon on his foot or what that he hits with?
Yeah, again, it's the claws on his feet. He's shredding at this thing with his claws.
Great. Okay, so your claws cut into this thing, and it's like pulling away semi-solid, walls of fungus and moss, and it tears this thing away. But as it comes, there's this gout of yellow, toxic cloud that just gouts out and basically fills the squares around it. So, and it burns, like it just fucking scours. It's like plunging your hand, I suppose, into flame. All right. Now, unfortunately, but fortunately, Junis is immune to this, but
Traitor is not.
10 points of damage for Traitor as this cloud hits him.
Okay, just 1 second.
Sure. Okay, and then it'll be Junis' turn next.
You betcha. He'll do his guarded feint, and Hobie will give him a little prayer boost.
Okay.
All right.
So then I'll open up the.
Three boons. 1 bane. Rock and roll. 22. Thank you very much.
Nice. That's awesome. You need to save those 20s for characters that actually have shit that triggers on him.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that was for him. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so what happens again on a 20? Extra damage?
Extra D damage, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Boom. First we'll do damage. Kaplow. And then we get another D6.
Oh, the token's not connected to the character.
Which one is that, Jeff?
Oh, sorry. Junis. All right, sorry. But so 9 damage.
Which character isn't Jeff?
Traitor. I put 10 damage on his character sheet, but it didn't show up on the. I don't see it on a bar there. It says 0.
Boom. I just put 10 in on the token.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do both.
Yeah, if you do that, I would just update the
Okay.
token rather than the character sheet.
Now I can't. Oh, it's because he's touching the guy. That's why I can't edit him.
Good touching, mate.
Okay. Okay, so you get 9 points of damage there, Steve?
Yeah, and 1 bane on the big guy.
Nice. Okay, so, well, being on attacks against you. Okay, so this thing, you slash into this thing again to you. Remember taking one of these down before. You just healed.
No, it's because it's working now. I just took it off there because I was going to just track it on the character. But
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, all
now
right.
it's working.
So so you hack this thing with a couple quick slashes of your Jotun saber, and it carves away part of this thing's leg. So part of its leg is sort of giving way, and it sort of collapses in on itself, and it's sort of leaning in a bit of a hunchback position. And then it looks quicker than you would think something this big could move. It brings its 2 massive limbs. To call them arms would be incorrect. Towards both Traitor, one towards Traitor and one towards Junis. So we got, let's see here, 1 boon and 1 bane against. This is against Junis. God damn it. 24.
Nice. It misses.
Fortunately, there's nothing that happens on a 20 plus with this thing. And then one boon against Trader, 26.
Good lord.
Okay, so this is damage against that's damage against Junis. Junis takes 10. Trader, you take 12.
Holy shit.
This is a massive thing.
Damn
It crushes down, and you realize that the limbs, while the rest of some parts of this thing's body is all loose and whatever else, there's like petrified wood and chunks of stone that have been pushed through its diaphanous kind of body, or amorphous kind of body, I suppose is the correct thing. And it's got like the effect of like claws or like sledgehammers hitting you guys. Holy shit, fuck, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did 22 damage to Trader in one round.
Yeah, this thing's that's Dangerous. Okay, so that is the end of its turn. At the end of the round, Trader, you get to heal some. Right.
Yeah, 1d6, which doesn't seem like much anymore.
Scheiße.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your healing.
1d6.
Nicht so gut.
Oh,
Nice. Good roll.
okay.
I rolled like all 1s and 2s and 3s this game.
Okay.
This is just like the referees in the Calgary Flames right now in the NHL. They're always giving bad calls to the Roll 20 hates it.
Okay, so Trader is pretty fucked up right now. All right, this thing is once again taking a fast turn.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and mark yourselves accordingly. If you were to guess, this thing is it's a little more than a third of its body mass has been sort of carved out.
Okay. Dang. And the blasted sucker.
Those were two ridiculous rolls, though.
Wait, if I'm just taking one action, then that's fast?
Just an action is a fast action, yeah.
Okay.
Now, Trader, also, Jeff, the way that Junis has been fighting is he's fighting in a guarded stance, which means that he takes a bane on his attack, but targets attacking him take a bane as well.
Right.
That's one of the combat options from the core rulebook.
It wouldn't have really mattered with your roll of a 26.
No, I mean, I rolled a fucking 19 and a 20 on my attack rolls against you guys, so there's really very little that can be done against that. Okay.
Yeah.
We got, let's see here. So, okay, so we'll start with Steve's guys on the fast turn. So, Steve, one of your guys gets to go.
Sure. I think that Millar will keep up her concentration.
Okay, sounds good. And then it's Trader. What is Trader going to do? Now, the gout of like mustard-colored spores that came out, that seems to have diffused, but you can see that like now you can recognize there's like pulsing kind of like membranes inside this thing that just seem to be, ready to burst with another strike.
Okay, he's using his nimble recovery.
Nice.
Use an action to heal damage equal to your healing rate, and then move up to 1/2 your speed without triggering free attacks.
Woo!
I was dreading the triggered attack against you if you moved without doing something like that. So that's awesome. What does it look like?
He basically his speed is a 28, so he just moves so fast that this creature just really has no chance.
Isn't it a 38 right now because of swiftness too?
Wait.
Because you cast swiftness on him with Matt.
Oh, right. It might be a 38 actually. Right
Yeah.
now.
Because you got your key focus bonus, you've got your shape-shifting bonus, you just cast that beast form thing. I don't know what that does. And you've got swiftness on you as well, which boosts your quickness or your speed by 10. So
Right. Those things all boost his speed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's actually 38 right now.
Holy shit. You move like a basically an anime character.
So, does that mean I divide that by 5 For how many
Yeah, well,
squares
see,
he can move?
38 times 3 is 100 and 14 feet, which works out to 70, about 75 squares. No, that's not right.
Wait, what?
82
20.
square.
There's 20 into 122 squares.
You fly around the world and hit a
11 squares in a half move.
Yeah. So basically, where do you want to be?
crossings.
Let's see here. Oops, I didn't mean to ping him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's just going to be like up on top of this tree all of a sudden.
Okay. Awesome. And go ahead and mark your heal as well to take away that damage.
So he heals for 5 because that's his healing rate.
Yep. Nice. Okay. Okay. So the next up is Hobie or Junis.
I think Hobie is going to cast a spell, and that spell is going to be Misdirect.
Okay. So if you can cast spells, you need to drop his crossbow then?
He is, because he doesn't want to reload it anyways, and then he'll be drawing his weapon if he can.
Awesome. Okay. So what spell is it?
It's called Misdirect.
Okay.
And it puts a Bane on Buddy Boy on any of his attacks, and also if I get over roll 20, it impairs him.
And how long does that last for?
1 minute.
Oh, nice. Great. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. And I roll. What the hell do I roll again? Intellect.
Is it intellect check or will?
Oh, no, I use my will. Yeah, willpower, right.
Yeah, go ahead.
He gets three boons, baby. All right, rock and roll. 3.
Against its will, you said?
It's against. Let me just. Hobie. And it is against his 11. But he gets to re-roll those 2 1s. Aha.
Okay.
And it's against intellect attack roll against the target's perception.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'll re-roll 2d6.
Yeah. Actually, Steve, don't worry, that hit. So just go ahead and
cool.
I'll just mark a Bane on this thing. So what I'll do is let's see.
And I can't get over 20 anyways, because it takes the highest one, right, of the boons.
It does, yeah. So I'm gonna do where was I using here? I think it's the hex thing I was using before. There we go. He's hexed. So he's got a what do you call it? A Bane on him now. Great. Okay. So then the last fast action is Junis.
And he's going to get prayer from Hobie, and he's going to do a guarded strike.
Nice.
Guarded feint. All right.
Okay.
As I just make up my own moves. All right. Oh yeah, kapow!
Nice.
What up?
Another one. Fuck, your dice are on fire tonight.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, thank goodness. All right.
20.
So, Damon. Oh, I didn't change the name right now. I will right now. Junis. All right, and then one more d6. 12.
Okay. This thing is is it one big strike, or is it a series of kind of like his sword flashing around?
He dekes in at a surprising speed for a machine that size. He dekes in between the tentacles and gets right in there and just jabs it in the side between the rib cage.
Nice. You tear it out, and again, this gout of mustard-colored spores emit out from this thing. Millar, these things look familiar.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's the critter's turn. Because Trader is gone, it tries to bring both of those big limbs down on. There's 2 beans on him. Down on Junis. Let's see. Here's number 1. And number 2.
What's up?
Nice. So the first one clatters down, and Junis is easily like, this thing is clearly moving slower now than it was before. So he dekes out of the way, and one hits, and then he just hits the ground, leaving a big divot, and then sweeps with the other hand, and you duck underneath this thing because again, it's moving so clumsily. Maybe you even like roll on the ground to get out of the way, and then jump back up, ready to leap in against this thing. Last one to go this round is Matt.
Mess them up.
Yeah, Matt is. How far does this gun shoot, Kev?
I believe what's.
It doesn't say on the sheet.
Oh, sorry. I should have. Oh, you know what? It's in something else. Give me a sec here.
I mean, he's just going to back up to range. Like, I'm not sure what that is. So if it's
Yeah,
like that.
well, you're in range with this thing right now. Like the gun can.
That's what I
certainly-
mean. Like, he's just backing up to like more like his pistol range, but stay away from that yellow. Like, so I don't know wherever I'm moving.
The range is so 3 is 3 divided by 5 is 30. It's 30 squares you can shoot.
Okay, that's good. Then where you want yellow, whatever, back up there.
Yeah. Okay.
And shoot.
I'm guessing sort of like what's his name Matt style. It's stumbling back, kind of like fumbling this thing out and then taking a shot.
Yeah, like pulling his gun out and firing.
Okay. Boom. Nice. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh,
Sweet.
that's bullshit. All right. So yeah, part of this thing is it hits it, but it passes through it seemingly without much effect. There's a little bit of a puff of that yellow, those yellow spores that come out from it. Okay, that's the end of the round, guys. Trader, you get to roll your regenerate. And then please, this thing's going to go fast again. Nice.
3.
Oh, yeah, actually, no. I hope he's going to do a slow one.
I'm a little bit behind that.
Okay.
Slow.
I'll go to the washroom very quickly while you guys are doing it.
I want it too. Hey, you want to see what cupping looks like, Jeff? Did you see? Get a still bruises on my back?
Yeah, there's a big bruise on your back. Yeah.
Yeah. Some cupping at the acupuncturist.
Actually.
All right.
Oh, and Kev, I double checked. It is 28 with the swiftness.
28 with the swiftness. Okay, got it. Okay, we got everyone marked here. Then Steve, either Millar or Junis can go first. Oh, Steve's gone. Is he going to the washroom as well?
Yeah, he's just peeing.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll show you. Well, I'll wait till we get off.
Back and shoot his gun if we want.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Like, there's no reason. Yeah. Let's get Matt to rock and roll here.
Yeah, might as well. Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah, but you know what? That's actually good enough to hit this thing.
wow, this thing is slow.
It's huge and slow. So yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 more damage.
4 more. Okay. It's that one seemed like it was a little more effective. You hit some kind of big connective thing, and like a good chunk of its central body mass kind of like sloughs and then just falls out. So there's really like the two limbs are being held up by a rigid kind of like what would pass for a spine. That's maybe like an old piece of root. Or an old, well, it would be root because it's kind of twisted and whatnot. So this thing's sort of like swaying awkwardly now as well, and still limping on the one destroyed leg. So Junis or Millar gets to go. Is Millar just concentrating again?
No, Millar is going to do something else.
Okay.
Millar is going to cast Earth Spike, and she's also going to. That's going to trigger Epiphany, and so she can roll 2d20 and keep the higher.
Okay. So
And that's going to
spend your mana.
That's going to cost a total of. Where'd it go? Caltrops, Bolt, Door, Earth. Okay, it's going to cost 2 for all that. All right.
Yep.
Take that off. 2 mana. 3. And then rolling. And does she get a boon on this or not? On her magic, she doesn't, does she?
No.
Okay, so just 2d20 then. We'll roll once, and then again. Oh, 18.
It's good enough.
I think that'll do it.
Unless you
All
want
right.
to
So that's
because there's an effect with Earth Spike over 20, right?
you're right. Let's go for 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no.
Good. Gonna guess.
All right, so 1d6 and it falls prone.
Nice. Okay. So what were we doing?
Where's and then the damage is just 1d6 as they go on. Earth Spike 1d6 damage. Wrong. All right, so let's roll a d6. 2. Eat it.
Boom. Okay. So yeah, it is hit and knocked prone, and that takes just a little bit more out of this thing's body. There's not really much left. There's sort of like the crucial component holding this thing together. But doing that then once again triggers Steve or actually when the shot with the revolver hit, that's where once again the mist that cloud spewed out. So Millar's gone, and Junis is the last fast one to go, and then it's Trader.
All right, baby. And Junis is going to do his usual maneuver with the prayer on it. Blue, and a bane, and eat it.
Cole,
Just eat it.
he's been on
Loving
fire
it.
tonight.
Yeah, he's been doing all right. All right, there we go. Oh, I didn't do the right thing again. Junis, and then an extra d6.
Okay, actually, that's enough, Steve. You what do you call it? You sort of see the exposed, like critical parts of this thing, and you having fought one of these things before, you know what needs to happen. So you seize in, and like a expert gardener, you prune the key components of this thing. Boom, boom. With that massive, savage-looking Jotun scimitar flashing back and forth. You hit this thing, and then it suddenly loses it in a highly anticlimactic moment. It loses its like trembles for a second, and then just collapses down in a heap of rubbish.
Mm-hmm. Junis has done a little gardening in his day.
Yes. So and that cloud of spores slowly dissipates. Trader, we're going to assume you're going to heal back up to full because of your regeneration. So that's you can go ahead and mark that to full. But this thing has died. Now, it didn't move out from where it was. Would all of your guys? I'm going to give you 2 banes on it, but can everyone make a perception challenge for me with 2 banes?
All right. Laura.
Yeah, I gotta just check this here.
Can I make my epiphany roll for Millar?
What is that?
It's a triggered action when I make a challenge roll or an attack roll.
But that costs you mana, right?
Costs me 1 mana.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
All right.
If you're spending resources, that's fine.
Yeah, all right. Okay, epiphany or by perception. 2.
Okay.
1 roll. 5. I think I can roll again.
Okay.
Yay, 11.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So Millar, well, as long as someone made this is fine. Millar, you noticed once you stopped concentrating on that first spell with Oh, Trader noticed it as well. Of course, he's a crow. He notices shiny things. Where at the foot of this thing, where it stood up, it looked like there was something underneath it, something metallic.
Junis, dig in the pile. I think there's something underneath it.
Okay, so Junis will, I'm assuming, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see here, guys. What I want you to do, there's a couple things that you find in there. There are 3 items, and let's just see what they are. I know what one of them is, but the other 2, I really love the random magic item creation in here.
Sweet.
So
yeah, they're neat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the, it's funny. The every time I run this, I remember how much I really like this game.
Right. It is a fun horror game.
It's fun, and like as a even like from a DM perspective too, like there's so much fun, cool shit in here, and there's so like all those spells that are in the game, I can use that shit against you guys. And all those for the creatures you fight all have sort of interesting, unique things about them. Anyway, okay, so who would like to go first, Jeff or Steve?
Go ahead.
All right, me.
Okay, so Steve, roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 24. 14.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, roll again.
13.
So let me make notes. One of the things I realized, because I record all these sessions, I've gotten fucking horrible at taking notes during the game and relying on going back to it. So like, if I don't do that, I have no clue what's happened here. Okay, so the first one was a 14, so it was a 13. Okay, Steven, then roll one more time.
19.
That is interesting. Okay, Steve, what sounds cooler to you? A deck of cards or a set of dice?
Give me the dice, baby.
Dice, okay. You find in there these intricately carved dice, and they've got this smooth finish, almost as if they were made, like, you know how smooth the inside of an acorn is?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but shaped like a pair of dice. And as Judas picks them up, you sort of look at them, and you'd have to examine them to see what they are, but they seem kind of supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, would you kindly make your what do you call it? Roll d20. Either roll d20 3 times, or just roll 3 d20, and I'll count them in the order they're rolled. Okay. Nice. Okay. So 13. Oh, interesting. 10 and 11. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Trader, are you looking around in the dirt as well, or are you letting Judas do all that?
Actually, I rolled as Trader, but it was probably Matt that would actually be looking at this thing.
Okay, love it. So Matt, you're looking around in there too, and then you pick up this, you read it, and you pull out, and it's a pocket watch. You flash it open, and you look at it. And okay, so here's the 2 things these can do, and this the one of them is not super helpful but it's just neat. So the dice, you will learn after examining them that what you can do with them is you can concentrate on them, and they'll become a tattoo on your body, and then you can concentrate on the tattoo or touch it or whatever, like however you really want it to be. You trigger it, and then it becomes dice again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Huh?
That goes, okay, so we can discuss who wants that afterwards, I guess.
Yep. And the pocket watch, I think I know who's going to get this. The pocket watch is you can use once per day, you can use a triggered action to teleport to an open space you can see within 100 yards of you.
Wow, that's cool.
I kind of picture that, like when you click it open and you click it closed, it teleports you somewhere within 100 yards. Now, because I think I know who this is going to, and because it actually fits the story too, did this used to belong to Matt?
Yeah, I would actually say this is his watch.
This is my watch.
I think you know where you left this last.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Do you know where you forgot
Picks
this?
this up and he goes, "This is strange. What's my watch
Very
doing
strange.
to this creature?"
What is your watch doing here, Nat?
No. There is one further thing that's in here too.
His initials are carved into it, or like engraved into the watch.
Yeah, it is. Like it full on has maybe Matt's. Like, is it your initials then?
Yeah, it's got his initials on it. And not only that, he's had like this chain on his belt. And he like, after he finds it, he clips the watch back onto the chain and puts it into his pocket.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Cool. So yeah, like, and there's maybe like a little, pocket in his waistcoat that it fits in, right?
Yeah, like his little waistcoat pocket that like is
Yeah.
looked bizarre until now. Now he puts his watch into it.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to say it's Junus who then, Junus is sort of rooting around the dirt, and then you kind of hit something, and you realize like it's something sharp.
Ouch.
And you sort of, how do you want to, like, it's quite sharp. Like if this was flesh that hit it, it would have pierced something.
Okay. Watch out, there's some broken stuff or sharp stuff down here. I think maybe he'll use his sort of sword or shield to kind of pull it out.
So what there is it's this. At first, you think it's sort of like a well, I mean, effectively, it's like a cold iron cylinder, and it's sealed. You sort of pull this thing out, and both Millar and Trader get a bit of a cold shiver runs up their spine as they see this because it's made of cold iron. And remember that cold iron is anathema to the Fae.
Right.
And you pull this thing out and you kind of shake it off, and there's like the whole case is all like blades, and like it's the kind of thing that like a silly D&D teenager would draw on their notebook, right? Where it's just fucking blades on blades on blades kind of thing.
Right.
Millar, can you make a what are your professions again? It's engineering and occult, and what's the other one?
It is engineer, fisher, navigation, occult.
I'll let you make use occult to roll for this, and I think
Matt has a cult.
I'll let Matt make a roll as well. What are his things again? It's occult and chemistry, and that's it.
Engineer.
And engineer. Yeah, he can make an intellect check with a bane or a boon as well.
19.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So both of you guys recognize that this thing is actually of dwarven design. It has distinctly dwarven properties to it. And in fact, the stylized there's on this thing a little bit of a crest that's like beneath sort of the blades and stuff like that. And you sort of there's this if this was a movie, right? We would see that crest, and then we sort of flash back to that scene when you guys first met Eric in back in Crossings, and you're sort of like we see Eric sitting with his hands crossed on the table, and on one of his fingers is this big, thick, chunky ring, with the same sigil on it.
Hmm.
Now,
Good
Matt,
reading of that.
you got over 20 on this, so I'm going to say that you know that this is actually it doesn't look like it, and because of this incredible dwarven craftsmanship, you can't see the seam, but this is a case. There is something inside there. Now, again, because you rolled 21, if it was sealed by the dwarves and they used cold iron, that means they probably it was something they tried to keep out of the hands of the Fae.
Wait, Millar's disguised as a dwarf, right?
Yes.
And Matt has no idea that's a disguise. So
No,
Matt looks at Millar and he's like, "Well, you know, this is made by your people. You must be able to open it and show us what's inside and get at what's inside." And he gestures for Millar to take it.
Well, she's got her gloves on. She's like, I'm not touching that.
It's
what do you want me to do with it?
it's about 1.5 feet long, too, guys. Like it's quite big, and it's about.
Well, I'm sure there's something inside of it.
Hey, sleepyhead.
How do we open it?
Well, you might need to examine it. These things, I mean, dwarves are notoriously clever for sealing these things.
Right. All right. Well, if it's dwarven, then Millar says, "Okay, I'll have a look at it." She can go up and she'll poke and prod it. Yeah.
Okay.
With her wrench.
What I'd like you to do, Steve, is why don't you make make an engineering roll or an intellect check, and I'll give you a boon from the engineering. But what I'm going to do, Steve, is I'm also going to give you a bane because
Okay.
I'm assuming you're trying to avoid all these prongs and shit like that because you don't want any of this shit to come in touch with you. If you,
No, I did not.
Yeah, if you touch any of these things, then your Fey disguise will fade away.
Gotcha. Okay. This is pretty risky. So maybe she's gonna epiphany herself again. That's all right with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. She'll go.
Matt looks at her and
Once.
he's like, he just like asks her what she's afraid of.
No, she's like, well, traps getting cut, you know, and then the D20. 18. Oh, nice. And then
Yeah.
1.
Did you
All right.
roll a bane as well, Steve?
Oh, it's 2D20, and I did roll a bane, or at least I thought I did. I can roll again if you want.
Oh, maybe actually, Steve. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, well, that's awesome. And actually, I think because your intellect is a 13, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you roll a 21. So I think what actually happens is you sit down and there's a moment where you have to sort of concentrate on this, and Matt's about to say something, and then you just move so smoothly, you know, like you just like nimbly ducking between these blades, like, and then there's a bit of a popping sound, like a spring going off, and then you're able to open this thing, and you pull the top off, and there's a hinge on it that you didn't notice as well, and it reaches back, and you look inside, and there's these incredibly old papers. They're all stuffed inside. There's tons of them in there. It looks like a scroll that's been wound and wound and wound and kind of jammed in there. There's about maybe these are dwarves, so they'll be organized. So actually, yeah, it is. It's a very, very ordered kind of scroll, and it almost fills the entire circumference or the entire bit of the interior. And then you see on the end of it, to sort of pull this thing out of there, there's a little iron spine that runs through the center of the scroll, and then on the top of it, there's a little like handle thing that fits about maybe an inch or so beneath the surface of the lid, and it's stylized. So there is on one side, it's sort of there. You see one charging. I won't make you guys roll for this, but there's a troll, a warrior with a weapon in hand, charging forward, fierce, look on its face, big, massive thing. And on the other, there's a lithe, stylized elven knight with a two-handed sword that seems to be leaping forward. Its cloak, it's streaming behind it, towards this towards the elf. And Millar, I think you're the only one who. Does anyone else read Dwarven?
No.
I think she's the only one. It says the Saga of the Troll Wars.
The Saga of the Troll Wars. Sweet.
So as you do that, Matt, you're sort of, you look at this thing and you can't help, but it's really piqued your curiosity, and then you sort of stumble. You're trying to get a better look, and you stumble, and you see that there's this rut in the ground, and it's a fairly. It looks like something big was sort of dragged through here, but something with a quite even surface. Now, you know what that is.
Yeah.
And for those listening at home, and for Steve, Jeff and I have had a chat before. Again, his backstory is kind of secret. Well, not kind of secret. It's super secret. So Jeff knows what this is. Matt knows what this is. Do you point
Did Matt make this, Mark?
He did not. No, he didn't arrive here. He didn't arrive here with that.
Right. So he knows what it is, but yeah. Okay. He instinctually says, "That bastard."
Okay. Everyone sort of looks up at Matt. What's your response to that, either Hobie, Junis, or Millar? He says, "That bastard."
That bastard. I got sort of a quizzical look. Millar gives him a quizzical look. What do you mean?
I had something very valuable of mine taken from me.
Really? And what would that be?
The person who took it from me has brought it or was here with it.
Oh, maybe that's how your watch got here.
It could be.
Your
Is this
watch.
part of our story? Should we be concerned about this fellow?
Oh, everyone should be concerned of this fellow.
Trader seems to be sort of with almost like without thinking, is suddenly back to being a raven, and he seeks shelter on Matt's shoulder.
And he's actually whispered something in Matt's ear.
Nice. Do we see the actually, Jeff? Go ahead and type what it was. He whispers.
Oh.
That's sort of our trader subtitles thing. Although, actually, you know what? If it's something that you want to keep that secret between those characters, don't feel you need to do that. Right. I just like the little consider the little effect of his translation. Oh, that's awesome. In case this doesn't or isn't visible on YouTube too, if anyone is listening at home, Jeff, do you want to do your best trader voice for what he says?
Yeah, sure. He says, I don't think you should tell them too much.
Nice. Okay, so
and Matt scratches his head. He pulls his watch out of his pocket. He looks at it, and he puts it back in.
And Matt, I suppose it goes without saying then that given where this stuff was found, it seems eminently reasonable to think that whoever put the watch there, whoever made that mark, also put that dark charcoal gray iron casing as well. So with that, I believe we will call it a session, guys. That's 2 hours on the nose. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. We hope you enjoyed the continuing Shadow of the Demon Lord adventure. And we will see you again next week at the same Shadow time, same Shadow channel.